Hi, I'm Kristin Bauer and I am on FrConventions. I remember it very well. So this started in a unique way for me because I didn't audition. I got a call. I was with my mother in Wisconsin, which is in the middle of the country, kind of in the country. And my mom, I was about to drive her to a hair appointment, and she hates to be late. And the phone rang, and it was my manager and my agent on the call with me. And we've been together now since 1997, and they love to argue with each other. And Once Upon a Time had not aired yet. So we didn't know much about the show, and we didn't know if it would be a success or what it would be like. But we knew that Adam and Eddie had done Lost. So my manager was saying, it's just one episode, and she's playing Maleficent, and we can fly her up on the weekend, because I was shooting True Blood at the time, and she should do it. And my agent was saying, we don't know anything about this show. How do you know that she should do it? It's not on the air. She's on a hit show. Why would we have her do this other show? And he was saying, because it's Adam and Eddie from Lost. She's like, well, granted, they're amazing, but still, it's a lot for her to play. And they were arguing, and I'm sitting there, and my mom is there going, we're gonna be late, we have to go. So I took a quarter out of my pocket, and I said to myself, universe, if it's heads, I'll do it. If it's tails, I won't do it. And I flipped it, and it was heads. And I said, I'll do it. I gotta get my mom to her hair appointment. So my first day, so then I fly in, and it was that crazy scene. It wasn't a crazy scene to watch, but it was a crazy scene to film. So the first thing was that when I got to the set, Lana came and found me and said, I want to welcome you to the show. And she was so lovely. And it's so nice, you know, when you're on a new set, in a new character, it feels like the first day at a new school. So that was really just wonderful. She said, we're gonna be doing our scene together, we're gonna have a great day. And so I felt very much at ease. And then it was a big green room, green ceiling, green floor, green walls, and a chair, and a pony that had been dyed black with a unicorn stuck to its head, and it kept shaking its head because it doesn't want that thing stuck to its head. And I'm worried about the pony, and I'm trying to pet the pony, but the black dye is coming off in my hand. I'm like, okay, so I can't, I have to remember to not touch my face or something. And also, I wanted to walk around. But they were telling me, well, if you walk over there, you're standing in the wall. If you walk over there, you're in the fireplace. There was tape on the floor. I'm like, okay, I've never done green screen. So I said, I'm just gonna sit in the chair. So I just sat in the chair and petted my poor pony and had a wonderful day with Lana. And then I had no idea I'd be back 4 years later to get to do more. I loved it, and it came about, I think, in part because after True Blood ended, I was feeling very overwhelmed by that, and the thought of going to a new series, it just was too overwhelming. So I called my manager and I said, look, if Once Upon a Time would want me back, I would do that. And he called them and said, she's available now, do you want to have her back? And then we got a call saying, yes, they're going to do a whole arc with Maleficent. So that doesn't happen very often, and that was really lovely. And then as the scripts kept coming in, and I could see, I love when a bad character, when we find out, we get to see their soft side. And so that was such a gift. And to play that arc was just my favorite thing. I made sure to watch it after I was done because she's so fantastic. I didn't want to have that in my head. And she was great. And I saw it later, you know. It was very silly. So there's just silly things, because also that must have been season 1 as well. I believe I turned into at some point, yeah, I turned into a dragon, and then I think I have a fight with Prince Charming, and he jumps on my back, and he may have even killed me. I think I died a couple of times, I don't know. But there was this enormous green, it looked like a pickle taller than the ceiling. Like this big and tall. And I was like, what is that? And Josh said, that's you as a dragon. And I go, that's how you filmed the fight scene with the dragon? And he said, yes. I go, so you rode that enormous pickle? And he said, yes. I go, did you feel ridiculous? And he said, I did. So that's the weird thing about playing a supernatural creature that happens when you're not there. Other times when I would turn into a dragon, the first time I had read it in the script, and then she turns into a dragon, and I just memorized my dialogue, but I didn't think about what I should do as far as that metamorphosis, because that's CGI, that happens later. Well, then on the day, they called action, and I said my dialogue, and then I got to the part where I have to turn into a dragon, and I was just standing there, and I realized I can't just like leave. I have to do something. And I hadn't figured out what that would be. So I did some sort of like, you know, thing. And Lana, and it didn't work, it was not good. And Lana burst out laughing. And then I burst out laughing, and we couldn't stop laughing. And the director came over and I said, okay, help me out here. How does a human turn into a dragon? So we came up with something, you know, I can't remember. And then I would walk over there, and then they took a pole, a really long pole with a tennis ball in the end. And a guy would wave it around, so that everybody would be looking, all the people that were still in the scene would be looking at the dragon's head at the same place. So that looked ridiculous. So there's so much that was funny. And then when I watched the show, I'm like, oh my God, that's amazing. That's so much better. Yeah, that's wonderful to see that a show has longevity. And 5 years is, you know, a short period of time. I can't really say it has longevity, but in a way I can, because it's Disney, and because this particular show was done so well by Adam and Eddie. So yeah, I expect that longevity will continue. Yeah, that was great. That was great on so many levels, because I got to be with the same people for 7 years and 8 months of the year, and that's so rare. And also I like those people, and that's even more of an X factor. I mean, that's so remarkable that a casting director and producers and a network go, oh yeah, you, and he's your maker, and that's gonna be your lover, and you hate her, and you like her, but she's annoying, and they put you in scenes, and then in between, cut and action, you find out that you actually enjoy being around these people, that's crazy. That's lightning striking. And we had that, so beyond fortunate.